Hi friends, it's Di Basinger from Chandler, Arizona. And today I'm going to be sharing 3 practices that will help you be mindful during these turbulent times. And these concepts and these ideas come from our book and our website, Mindful Loving, a guide to loving with passion and purpose. Because being mindful is more than a concept. It's a practice that gives us an opportunity to position our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions that open us up to peace instead of panic, resilience instead of recycling, and hope instead of despair. And so the 3 practices that I'm going to be sharing with you are 1, be present, 2, pay attention, and 3, set intentions. And so let's start our mindful loving practice right now by acknowledging that you are being present. I'm here, you're there, you're paying attention, and there's something that drew you to this particular video. And I would really encourage you to trust that decision and to set the intention to walk away with one word, one concept, or one practice that you can put in place today in a way to build your resilience and your sense of safety. And so the first practice to think about is to be present and pay attention to your feelings. We have so much information coming across our screens minute by minute. And it's very important to honor the feelings that you're having. They're probably not typical. I know I've experienced shock in ways that I've never experienced in my 72 years. There's a sadness that happens when I listen to reports of first responders and their life challenges. There's pain, there's fear. But I encourage you to not be hijacked by those feelings. Acknowledge them, pay attention to what they might mean to you, but mobilize the energy from those feelings and put strategies in place. I know that you already have strategies in place. Think about one right now, one that's really added value to your life, and is good for you, is good for your family. Maybe you're working from home and you've created a structure for yourself that gives you a sense of control over your day. Maybe you're assisting your children in doing their homeschooling. Maybe you're delivering groceries to a senior citizen. What are some of the good practices and strategies that you've put in place as a result of social distancing and the stay-at-home order? It's out there. We just have to pay attention to it. And that's really, really important, to pay attention to the strategies that you've already developed that are good for you. The second thing to pay attention to is be present and pay attention to the information that you're paying attention to. Be very selective about what you listen to and how often you listen to it. Because we can re-traumatize ourselves over and over again by listening to the same thing. That's what recycling is about, is listening to the same thing over and over again. It's not good for us, and it's not good for the people who are around us, especially our children. I'm not saying protect your children, but I am saying engage with them, pay attention to what's going on for them, respond to their questions. So be aware and set some strategies for limiting your updates to once a day, and then decide, what does that new information mean to you? Are there new practices you can put in place? The third idea is to make sure that you balance the information that you get every day through those updates with something that's inspiring, right? Inspiration is now coming across our screens. Pay attention to those stories. What are some of the stories that you have implemented in your own life? Are you sharing those stories? What are the stories that you're doing that bring you a sense of joy, a sense of peace, a sense of control? Because we don't have control over the information that's out there, but we do have control over what we choose to do with that information. What are some of the new practices that you're putting in place that are inspiring We had our first family Zoom conference call that was inspired by one of the younger members of our generation. And so we had 3 generations on the phone. And we saw lemon bread that was baked by lemons that I sent from Arizona to New England. There are things that you're doing that are inspiring. Stop and think about those things, own them, and share those ideas with people. And finally, be proactive. Take action. And I'm going to challenge you right now, because in the beginning I asked you to set an intention as part of being mindful, and I'm going to ask you to leave whatever word, concept, or practice that you are either doing now and want to reinforce through sharing it with us, or you're ready to implement something different as a result of thinking about some of these things. And to place those things on the comment section of this post, because it's important to build a community of support with ideas that are meaningful and can generate greater peace, greater resilience, and greater hope. As a retired marriage and family therapist and a member of the Red Cross Mental Health Disaster Team, where I served in Phoenix during 9/11, I have experience working with circumstances similar to this. Not like this, because this is new. But I'm offering up a courtesy, complimentary coaching conversation with anybody who's listening today, especially those of you who are on the front lines, those of you who have families that are in a distance and you have concerns about them, or anybody who really is wanting to put some mindful practices in place and just wants a soft place to land and a conversation to reinforce that. So please feel free to email me at Diana, Diana, .Baysinger, Baysinger, @gmail.com, and we can set up some time together. So until next time, be safe and be at peace.